One of the big things is that there are no shortcuts, and if you wanna be successful at this, you're gonna have to be the one to set your goals. You have to be the guy running your kingdom, running your mind, setting everything for your life. It's all on you. What's up, guys? Most of you guys have probably just seen the video that we did on Unisport's channel talking about our journey throughout the pro life. And what we wanted to do now is give you guys some in-depth information and some actual structural tips on what you can do to avoid some of the crazy things that we have gone through in our entire careers. So that's what we're gonna get into right now.
So here's our first point.
Okay, so everybody wants to know how to get started. That's the biggest question that we get in the pro game. And there's a lot of things, obviously, that you can do. I mean, you can go into combines, you could try emailing coaches.
You can just walk up to trainings.
Coach, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
It's not the best.
That doesn't
not
work
the best
out, right?
result always. No, it's not. But
Yeah.
there's a chance it could.
Yeah, there's absolutely a chance it could. But if you guys really are serious, like if you're serious about wanting to do this, wanting to get in, there is a better step. Combines, what would we give that? The
Thumbs down.
I would say thumbs down. Listen, guys, if you have the money to go to a combine, go for it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a lot chance. There's not a big chance that you are gonna have $200 one week, then the next week have $200, and then the next week just $200. That's just to get in.
It's not just $200. It's they're put in every corner of the
country.
world, really.
Yeah.
Country, world. I know, like it's gonna be a $300 flight. You gotta find a hotel. They're usually in these nice cities, so it's these expensive hotels.
Yeah.
If you have the money, go for it. If money's not an issue for you, it can't hurt.
So listen, guys, if you really wanna do that, the best thing to do is to start in your local area. Obviously, you have to find agents and coaches that are in your area.
Hey kid, you play good. You want to play, huh? Small club? No?
No.
You want big club? I have big club. You want big club?
Yeah. All right, guys, so now an agent and coach, they're not gonna wanna listen to you at first. So number one, you're not gonna wanna spam everybody. But in order for you guys to get a good start, you can't start thinking, hey, I wanna play in Madrid. I wanna play for Barcelona. Well, let me email the president of Barcelona. Let me email an agent over there. They don't care. Your first step is to find a team that you can play on and play regular football. After you have that, you need to start getting all of your video, because that's the world that we live in. You need to make a CV for yourself, okay? And I would definitely say, like, once you do have a team and you are playing regularly, you need to check, are you good? Like, is this team good? Is this the best team that you can play at? Because if you don't have that, if you're not in a good team and let's say you're the best player in that team, you need to find another team. You need to keep pushing the level. This is point one. Any of you guys that say, oh, I haven't played, I don't have a team, I don't have this, but I want to play here, you can forget about that. It's not gonna.
And also, you hear a lot of people saying, oh, I don't have money to play for this academy, I don't have money to play for this club. If you're a really, really talented player, those clubs, they have scholarships, they have options. If you're good enough that they think you can help them win games, they're gonna bring you on.
Yeah, end of story, guys. There are options available to you, but the first things first, get a good team, start collecting all the video and start saving money, which leads us to point number 2. All right, guys, point number 2.
So point number 2, you always have to be thinking long term. And this can mean a variety of different things. To start off with, say you're young right now, 13, 14, start saving up money now for playing professionally. Because a lot of times these first contracts you pick up, I've played for a contract that was $400 a month with some free food. You have to fly. I flew out to Sweden. It's not enough to live off of. You need money saved up to where you can help support yourself when you're trying to just get through those first steps into the pro game. And that may mean you have to make some sacrifices where you might not be able to buy the new Xbox One. might not be able to buy some new games. Maybe you don't want to get the clothes you want, but you're going to have to just decide if sacrificing that stuff is going to be worth it to accomplishing what your dream is, essentially.
Yeah. There's all varying levels of the game. You know, I've been at clubs where all I have to do is win one game, and my bonus, I can live up my bonus for a month, 2 months, even 3. So there are clubs like that, and there are clubs, like I said, where you sign and they just like, yeah, well, you guys lost this week, so I don't understand why we should give you any money.
Yeah, I mean, even at the higher level, I was still being conscious about what I was buying at the grocery store. Like, oh, like I have to buy like chicken, and I was really on a budget still even there for a decently high level club.
Yeah, definitely. So guys, you're gonna have to save money, and you're gonna have to think long term. And networking and understanding the mental side of the game is definitely a part that you also have to understand, which is gonna bring us to point number 3.
All right, so here's point number 3.
Okay guys, the mental side of the game is where we're gonna start to touch on, but there's one part as well that you guys don't know about, that doesn't get talked about, which is when you're trying to get a contract and the way the clubs are run, it's networking that's gonna get you the real stuff, okay? So as good as you are, if you don't know how to deal with people, then the chances are that you might not get a contract. You might get overlooked. But if you know how to work people, if you know how to, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, it's just if you're good, if you're respectful, and if you know where to search for the answers, they come in from friends, coaches that you know that have been in the game, older players that you have a chance to meet and have questions with them and sit down. These are the type of guys that can actually connect you to the people, because it is all about connections in the pro game. Until you get in, you're an outsider, and nobody cares. You know, as much as you can say, I'm the next Messi, nobody cares, because they're not gonna listen to you. They get 1 million messages a day. And
then once you get your connections, you have to keep in contact with them, even if you're under contract.
Yeah.
You got to stay in contact with these people just through the season. Say, hey, this is how I'm doing, or you can ask them something if there's any way you can help them out with something.
That's the best way. That's the best way. It's to come to them and say, how can I help you do this?
You don't want to be stuck where someone looks at their phone, one of these agents, and then they see that you texted them for the first time in 7 months, and it's, hey, can you find me a club?
Yeah, no.
And their last 3 texts were the same things. Hey, can you find me a club? They're just
disrespectful.
They're just not going to take you seriously. They're going to be a lot less inclined to help you out, because they're not going to be getting much out of it. You're going to be signing contracts for a very little amount of money, which means they're going to get a very low percentage, and a lot of them will actually even you'll sign and they'll be like, all right, your first contract is, I don't want any money. Yeah. They're trying to just kind of invest themselves in you and then hope that you do well, and then they can get money on your next one.
Yeah, later, yeah. And definitely, I just want to reiterate the point of being respectful when you guys reach out to people. Do not just say, hey, I'm so-and-so, can you get me this? Because you guys, how would you react to that? Like if you guys are on the opposite end, somebody who doesn't know you.
We get those messages.
We do get those messages, and it's unfortunate, but we can't just say to all the thousands of kids that come in, hey, can you get me this? We're more likely to get a response, and you're gonna be more likely to get a response if you go to them and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'd love to help out with this, you know, this is who I am and this is what I can do for you. And as things go on, you're gonna build that relationship and that respect. That's gonna get you a better chance. All right, guys, so for this next point, it's something that I think everybody has to do, and it goes outside of sports, but it's something that you definitely have to get down if you want to be a pro. And this is a stage that you can't skip, because one of the big things is that there are no shortcuts. And if you wanna be successful at this, you're gonna have to be the one to set your goals. You have to be the guy running your kingdom, running your mind, setting everything for your life. It's all on you. So this one is about your mindset, about your mentality, and about the fact that if you want to have success, you've got to be the one to set your internal goal. Everybody, the great J Mike has entered the studio. Everyone just go ahead and give it a round of applause. A round of applause for the great, hop in here. The great man is here.
Do you need tips from the pro?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
We can start now. Everything starts now.
Ballin'. Dipset.
When I started, like you asked me if was there Skype around. No, Skype wasn't around. I burnt my highlight video on a DVD. I taught myself how to edit so people could get it, which is, by the way, you guys all have to have highlight videos. It's just coaches don't care about your CV. Yeah, you need a CV, but no one cares because everyone wants to see you play. You know.
Also, the highlight videos just make it extremely easy to tell what player you are on the field. I can't tell you how many highlight videos you get where it's just 11 players running around the field. I have no idea who I'm supposed to be even watching. For goalkeepers, don't put music in it. Coaches want to hear you communicating. They want to hear how you're organizing your defense. That's what I look for a lot. I'll kind of scout a bit for certain colleges or like send them players, and if I get a video of the goalkeeper and there's music in it, I can't. Organizing the game is too important to just.
That's extremely valuable because, you know, I mean, it's obviously good that you're a goalie here, but for field players, listen, if you're making your video, which you all have to have, the first things first, if you're a striker, your goals go up front. Everything good goes up front. It better be in the first 30 seconds.
30 seconds should be all of your best clips.
It should everything be your best clips. No coach is gonna watch your 10-minute video. They don't care. They have 1 million videos.
You get the ones that start with passing.
Yeah.
And then they have each category: passing, touch, and then like they try to save the best for last.
They've clicked through that or they clicked out. And not to mention, what about the guys? Don't start with a giant montage of pictures from your grandma's birthday, and then they show them like buddy out at the field with the.
I haven't seen those.
Guys, put your best stuff up front.
And the most recent.
And the most recent.
There's been a couple where it's clips from 2013 for someone who's 20, 25 and just.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and your CV is nothing more than your name, you know, your age, your height, where you've played, your simple accomplishments.
If you want to play in Europe and you have any sort of connection to European heritage, say your grandmother was from Romania or something, when you're young, start looking into, can you get dual citizenship from an EU country?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much of a pain it's been for me trying to get into lower leagues of Europe without an EU passport. Coaches the second you'll get emails back from coaches, hey, I like your tape. This is our requirements. First one, EU passport.
Yeah.
And then that's just where it's over.
Yeah.
It's just instantly.
It's over. I've been overlooked as well.
That club's gone.
Yeah. So guys, look into that. You know, even if you want to just have a chance outside, maybe your ancestry is coming from Asia. If you can become a local player, then it's something that, you know, will make things way easier for you.
And just for anyone that doesn't understand why that make you easier, a lot of these leagues have international laws to where restrictions where you can only have three players
from outside
from outside the continent or the country on their team.
Yeah, exactly. I know we've put out a lot of information. This will probably be one of the longest videos that we put out, which I'm actually very happy about that. I mean, I think it's good. You know, we don't have a whole lot of long format videos where we're sitting there talking to you guys. Listen, follow these steps. They're gonna get you to avoid tons of mistakes that guys are making, tons of mistakes that pros like us have had to go through and pay the consequences for. You know, you don't have to, and that's why. Listen to people that have been there before, and that goes for YouTubers that you guys are liking to watch. Listen, if they've never been a pro, you know, then they shouldn't tell you exactly what to do. That's why we're here, you know, at Unisport. That's why Unisport gets the chance to go talk to Messi and Hazard and all of these guys. They want to give you guys the real stuff. So be careful with who you're looking to get advice, because you don't want to follow someone who's never been there. Theory is great, and I know you wanted to touch on, we don't have enough time for it, the guys that are reading soccer tactics books over and over and reading theory and stuff like that, yet you need to get out on the field and you need to actually train.
If you read a book and it says, hey, the ball should be switched here, then you should switch it back. If you don't have the technique to hit that 40-yard diagonal ball, what good is knowing that knowledge?
Yeah, the book isn't good. Theory is great, but listen, authenticity and actually doing it is what's gonna get you there. So thanks for checking this out. Guys, make sure to go check out the video that we did on Unisport's channel and all the other stuff, and check out all their gear. And make sure to subscribe to their channel. We'll put some stuff up here. Make sure to stay Jolter. Make sure to stay J-Mike. Make sure to stay Hoodie in the Iceland. Do your thing. And guys, we will see you later. Yeah, is that it? You good?
We'll probably see you.
We'll probably see you guys later.
If we make it, if our plane makes it back.
I mean, my plane's gonna make it back, but I don't know about you. So we will see you guys later. Peace.
Do re mi fa sol la hit is GOLUREMI'S control all them boys from Kansas City where they know we got them tricks. We get it how we live.